While I was out of town for a long weekend, my new neighbors decided it was perfectly fine to build a private road straight across my pasture. When I returned, the sight nearly made me choke. I own 15 acres of open ranch land in eastern Colorado, flat, valuable, and ideal for grazing. Everyone around here knows exactly where my property lines are. Everyone, except my new neighbors, Brandon and Elise Miller. They had moved from the East Coast after buying the place next door with a cash offer. At first, they acted polite, waving as they drove by, asking about feed stores, trying to blend in. I officially met Brandon one afternoon while repairing a broken section of fence. He pointed at the horizon and asked, "So which part belongs to you?" I pointed to the old fence line and said, "Everything north of that. Always has been." He smiled, nodded, and said, "Got it." I figured we were on the same page. 3 weeks later, I went to Denver to visit my sister. When I got back, I didn't even get halfway down my driveway before slamming the brakes. A brand new gravel road had been carved straight through the southern part of my pasture. 20 feet wide, freshly graded, sharp edges, clearly built by a professional crew. It started at the main road, cut deep into my land, then curved neatly into the miller's yard. For a second, I honestly wondered if I'd turned onto the wrong property. But no, those were my fences, my gates, my field. They had built a full roadway about 50 feet inside my boundary. I called Brandon. He answered cheerfully. "Oh, hey. You saw the new driveway? Looks awesome, right?" "Sure does," I said. "Except it's built on my land." He paused, then replied. "Well, the contractor said your fence was crooked, so we shifted the driveway a bit to the flatter side." "A bit?" I snapped. "You cut across my entire pasture." He sighed as if I was the unreasonable one. "Look, it's already done. Drainage works better on your side anyway. It's not like you were using that part, it's just grass. If you have a problem, take it to court. The road stays." So that's exactly what I did. I went straight to my attorney, Daniel Ross. He reviewed the survey, checked the plat maps, and looked at old aerial photos. After 10 minutes, he said, "This isn't a boundary issue. This is clear trespassing." Daniel sent them a certified letter. "You have 12 days to remove the road and restore the land." They ignored it. So on day 13, I hired a professional crew. Daniel notified the sheriff beforehand, and we recorded everything. The crew scraped up the entire road, loaded the gravel into trailers, and hauled every last rock right to the miller's front gate. Then they regraded the pasture, added soil, and reseeded the damaged area. Brandon and Elise pulled in just in time to see the final load of gravel being dumped at the end of their driveway. Brandon came storming over, yelling about property destruction and illegal removal. I handed him Daniel's letter and the judge's signed order. "You had 12 days, I said. You chose not to act." Later, Brandon tried suing me for $11,500 in construction costs. The judge dismissed the case immediately and ordered him to pay my attorney fees plus $2,900 for damaging my pasture.